Greetings, people of Earth. Evan Benton of Dogg for Mayor, broadcasting from beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana. There is sentiment that the recent election of Donald Trump is the result of a surge in right-wing ideology in the United States. However, if we look at some of the elections and other political events that took place around the globe in the year 2016, we will see that the election of apparent outsider Donald Trump is merely indicative of a much larger trend. In fact, while doing the research for this video, I just found too many instances of scandal and what looked to be genuine popular uprisings to include. So let's take a short look back at what are only the most significant, in this reporter's opinion, of the resignations and regime changes of 2016. Starting the year off, Haitian President Michel Martelly resigned in February due to allegations of voter fraud in that country's 2016 elections. Then in April, the so-called Panama Papers were released, leading directly to the resignations of Iceland's Prime Minister Sigmundur David Gunnlaugsson, Ukrainian Prime Minister Arseniy Yatsenyuk, and Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. In May, after an unsuccessful coup sponsored by the United States of America, Turkish Prime Minister Ahmet Davutoglu was forced to resign in favor of Binali Yildirim, who has been described as a strong ally of President Recep Erdogan and Turkish nationalism. Also in May, the citizens of the Philippines democratically elected Rodrigo Duterte. Now, Duterte's predecessor was not eligible for re-election, but Duterte's vocal condemnation of United States foreign policy, personal insults toward outgoing President Obama, and threats to remove his country from the United Nations, combined with the fact that he has so far made good on his campaign promises to kill drug dealers and other criminals, indicates a real desire for change among his country's 100 million inhabitants. Then in June, we had Brexit, the referendum heard around the world, which sparked the resignation of Prime Minister David Cameron. Earlier that same month, the President of Germany, Joachim Gauck, had announced that he would not be seeking re-election in Germany's 2017 elections. In July, incumbent Peruvian President Ollanta Humala failed in his bid to be re-elected following the release of a report by the Brazilian Federal Police stating that he had accepted bribes from Brazilian oil monopoly Petrobras. A related scandal involving Petrobras forced the impeachment of Brazilian President Dilma Rousseff in August. In October, Lebanese Prime Minister and acting President Tamam Salam handed over the reins of the presidency to Michel Aoun, a strong ally of Islamist nationalist group Hezbollah. Things have really heated up following the election of Donald Trump. On December 1st, French President François Hollande announced he would not be seeking re-election in the 2017 French elections, opening the door to a possible victory for French nationalist Marine Le Pen. On December 5th, New Zealand Prime Minister John Key announced his resignation, with former Asia-Pacific bureau chief for Forbes magazine, Benjamin Fulford, hinting at a possible false flag event in Antarctica as the reason. Then on December 9th, South Korean President Park Geun-hye was impeached following revelations of her ties to a cult known as the Church of Eternal Life, and potential further ties to the international pedophile ring exposed most recently by the Pizzagate scandal. And today, December 12, 2016, Italian Prime Minister Matteo Renzi's resignation became official following that country's failure to pass his globalist referendum on December 4th. So there you have it. That is a lot of shakeups at some of the highest levels of government, at least as they are publicly acknowledged. Given all of these changes, I hope I've at least assuaged some of the fears that what has happened in the United States is some kind of last-ditch power grab by white supremacists or pro-lifers. In fact, what we are witnessing is the downfall of a small group of people which has controlled global politics for centuries, orchestrating wars, recessions, and genocide. Now, the existence of this group is painstakingly well documented, and I hope this short video has aroused enough curiosity that some of you will go out and explore some of those sources. For starters, you can help me by checking on Wikipedia's list of state leaders in 2016 and letting me know if I missed any suspicious regime changes. This reporter, however, has done about enough research for one day. I think I hear a second line calling,